Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking at just one day, June 19th, 2025. We've got the Today in America headlines from that day, and our mission really is to pull out the key stuff. Think of it as your quick guide to what mattered on that specific day. Let's jump in.
It's always fascinating how a single 24-hour period can hold so much, isn't it? You've got history, current events, even science.
Absolutely. And that mix is exactly what we saw on June 19th, 2025. First up, a day of national importance,
Uh,
Juneteenth.
Right, a federal holiday across the U.S.
Commemorating the emancipation of enslaved Black Americans, it's fundamental.
It really is. Specifically, it marks when federal troops reached Galveston, Texas back in 1865. That was like 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation to actually enforce it there.
Wow, that long after. So practically speaking, what did that mean on June 19th, 2025?
Well, for starters, banks were closed, government offices too, the post office, standard federal holiday procedure.
But private businesses,
Yeah.
not all of them.
Yeah, many private services stayed open, but the national observance itself, it's more than just a day off, you know? It's a prompt to think about history, its long shadow, especially with ongoing debates about systemic issues.
That's a really important point. It grounds the day in something profound.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, shifting gears quite dramatically, global focus was very much on the Middle East.
Mm.
The U.S. was organizing evacuations for American citizens in Israel, flights and ships.
Correct. Things were clearly escalating. Diplomats and their families were, in fact, already departing. It signals a serious level of concern.
And it wasn't just evacuations, right? There was military movement, too.
U.S. officials were repositioning military assets and restricting access at key bases in the region.
Like Al Udeid in Qatar. I remember reading that.
Exactly. That's a major hub. Heightened security, there wasn't just, routine. It showed they were preparing for potential contingencies, real instability.
And into this mix steps a familiar political figure. Former President Trump commented.
He did. He expressed, let's say, hesitation about the U.S. getting drawn deeper into the Israeli-Iran conflict, saying something like it was late to be talking about strikes.
Which touches on a complex political dynamic, even within his own base, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's not a unified front. You have some supporters who strongly favor restraint, that sort of America first, non-interventionist approach.
Avoiding foreign entanglements.
Right. Believing it's costly, not our fight. But then you have others in his base.
Who are maybe more hawkish?
Definitely. They advocate for a more assertive stance, especially focused on preventing Iran from getting a nuclear weapon, even if that means robust engagement or military options.
So it highlights that internal tension. A real challenge for any leader trying to set foreign policy there.
No easy answer, certainly. Domestic politics versus national security perceptions often clash on issues this volatile.
Okay, so from those really heavy geopolitical topics, let's look up. Literally, North America had a strong Northern Lights alert that night. That sounds incredible.
It really is something else, a nice counterbalance to the other news.
What caused it?
Scientifically, it was triggered by a pretty powerful solar flare, an X1.2 class flare that happened on June 17th. Exactly. And maybe something for you to consider is this. How do these different events, historical memory, international crisis, natural phenomena, how do they connect? How do they shape not just our understanding of that one day, but also the bigger stories unfolding? What questions does that day leave us with for the future?